In today's video, we're doing surf and turf, the most flavorful filet mignon you've ever had and the most seasoned, saucy lobster on earth. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of More Seasoning. I'm your host, Farnum, and today we are knocking out one of Jacqueline and I's favorite dishes that I make. It is incredible. It's surf and turf. It is a garlic herb filet mignon, just like jam-packed with flavor, and an Old Bay butter lobster tail to go along with it, and they're fire. They're so damn good, and it's actually like barely any ingredients and incredibly easy to make, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Hey, please scroll down, hit the subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button. Also, if you stay tuned, I'm giving away $100 cash to somebody who comments the secret word that I'll be revealing later on in this video in the comment section. So, we're doing steak and lobster, and let's be real, one of the best things you can do with steak is to pair it with a nice wine, which brings me to today's sponsor for this video, Winc. Listen, on my channel, I will never ever have a sponsor on here that I don't stand behind, that I don't enjoy for myself, and that doesn't bring quality to the table. And Winc, they bring quality to the table. When they sent me their first package, it showed up. I got 4 bottles for $29 and free shipping. It's pretty sick. I tried them all with my family, some who are wine connoisseurs, and when I told them the price point on this, they were actually blown away by the quality. All the wines that they provide are made by Winc and their winemakers for an exclusive collection that you really can't get anywhere else. If you don't like them, they'll send you a new bottle, no questions asked. So listen, if you're a wine drinker and you enjoy a good bottle of wine, trust Winc. You can't beat 4 bottles of wine for $29, free shipping to your door. I enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it with my steak tonight. And hey, like I said, if you wanna try Winc, scroll down, hit the link. Let's go. So the ingredients you're gonna need for this bomb filet mignon and lobster are filet mignon, lobster tail, unsalted butter, thyme, rosemary, garlic, lemon, parsley, and Old Bay seasoning. Of course, I always forget one ingredient, grapeseed oil. 10 ingredients total, let's go. Okay, so this really is as simple as it looks. The first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a filet mignon. And one of the most important things I can say about this before you cook your steak is you let this rest outside of the fridge and get it as close to room temperature as possible. The closer to room temperature you get it, the more evenly it's gonna cook through and not get overdone. All right, for the filet mignon, real simple. All we're gonna do is a generous coat of salt and pepper on top, on bottom, and all around the sides. We wanna get this evenly seasoned. So if you do notice any silver skin on your filet, make sure you just go ahead and cut that off. I noticed it after I salted it. I like jewelry, but silver skin, not for me. Does that make me racist against the silver server? Okay, so now, once you got your salt on there, do the same exact thing with your pepper. A nice heavy coat. Now for the most difficult part of this whole recipe, we're gonna prep our thyme and rosemary. So you're just gonna take a bundle of thyme, put it on a plate. Take a bundle of rosemary, put it on a plate. Then we're gonna shoot for about 5 whole cloves of garlic. So you're gonna peel off your garlic, chop the bottom off, give it a smash, take that peel off onto the plate. All right, so now we're gonna make our Old Bay lobster butter, and let me tell you something, it's super easy, but crazy, crazy flavor. So all you're gonna need is half a stick of butter, and you can save the other half of your butter for your steak, which you're gonna need later on. Next, we're gonna do the juice of half a lemon. Next, we're gonna do a handful of fine chopped parsley. Go ahead and roll it up tight, run your knife through that fine chop into a bowl. Next, we're gonna do about 5 cloves of finely chopped garlic. Generally, I will put the Old Bay in while the butter's melting, but let's just make things easy and do 3 tablespoons of Old Bay. Lastly, let's finish it off with a pinch of salt and some black cracked pepper. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do is prep our lobster. First thing you gotta do, preheat your oven to 375. Next, get you some parchment paper. Go ahead and just flatten that out. First thing you're gonna wanna do is just snip off all these little legs. Ow! My leg! All right, next, what you're gonna do is on these little spines right here, these little brackets, you're just gonna go ahead and push them in, and you're gonna hear a crunch. After that, Grab a pair of shears or scissors, right between the shell and the muscle, right down the middle, right to the tail flap. Squeeze, and then you're gonna run your finger through the side, do the same on the other side. Next, underneath. Once you get it all the way back to the tail flap, you're just gonna close the front. That's a beautiful piece of lobster right there. And the last thing we're gonna do is just go ahead and give a nice Old Bay seasoning rub on there and finish it off with some salt and pepper. Now we're gonna go over to the stove, melt that butter down, drip some of that beautiful butter on top of this, throw this in the oven for 10 minutes and get to cooking that steak. We're gonna switch the cameras, let's roll. All right, so we're at the stove right now and we've got a very simple setup. We got our oven on 375. We've got our lobster tail on our parchment paper. We've got our Old Bay butter getting ready to melt. We've got a decent sized cast iron pan, and next to that we have our steak, herbs, garlic, butter, and oil. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is get this lobster in the oven, and in order to do that, we need to melt this butter. On the lowest heat, we're just gonna melt that butter and whisk together until fully incorporated. So I always kind of eyeball as I go and taste as I go. So I'm gonna put a little bit more lemon in here just to give it that fresh pop. And we're gonna do one more taste test just to see if our revisions paid off. That's right where you wanna be. Woo! All right, and the final thing that we're gonna do is we're just gonna spoon on our butter onto this gorgeous lobster. Once you got that butter all over your lobster, we're just gonna pop it into the oven for 10 minutes. All right, so there's a million different ways to cook a steak. My favorite personally is pan-seared, which is what we're gonna do today. So basically all that is we're gonna get a nice crust on the top and the bottom, and then we're gonna add the butter and our herbs, and we're gonna baste the steak until it cooks all the way to the temperature that we want, which is medium rare for me, which is about 125 degrees. And this is your best friend. You can do the touch test to see if it's firm or not, but you get one of these guys and you know the temperature that you wanna shoot for, which I can pop on the screen. This is the best way to cook a steak to make it perfect every single time. Let's go. You can't use olive oil for this because it's just gonna smoke everywhere and burn. So grapeseed oil, avocado oil, great oils to choose. Once this thing starts shimmering and the oil just flows around real easily, that's when it's time to pop it on, and it should sound like this. All right, so right now what we're doing is we're creating that crust on the bottom of the steak. So we're hitting it at a super high heat in order to get that beautiful crust on there. We're gonna leave it here for 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll flip. All right, so what you're looking at right now is the bottom of that steak starting to brown and turn into that crust. And when you get to this point, that's an indicator that you're just about ready to flip. All right, so after about 30 seconds on the second side, we're gonna add our butter and our herbs in there. We're gonna get the herbs and the garlic in there. Release all of those flavors, and then we're just gonna start to baste that steak. Wow, oh my God, do you smell that? Throw those herbs nice right on top. And then we're just gonna continue to baste for about 2 minutes for a medium rare. Go ahead and tilt the pan in order to get all that butter in there. All right, boom, so in the middle of this, our lobster's ready. We're gonna come over here. Sheesh, boy. All right, our steak is at 125. It is time to pull this bad boy off. Let's go. Can we talk about this for a second? Like how amazing does that steak look? Perfect crust on the top and bottom, covered with those herbs and garlic. It just smells, look at me. The smell, out of this world. Crucial thing you wanna do right here. Like any steak, we wanna go ahead and make sure that we let this sit for about 5 minutes, and then we can cut right into it. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the taste test, and since this is our favorite dinner, I got one taste tester tonight. Miss Jacqueline Heel. Hi, Bugs.
Hi. Hi.
How's it look?
You have no idea. The smell that is just like plummeting up the stairs. Oh my. My mouth has been watering for the past 15 minutes. I cannot wait.
You know what? I'm not even gonna make you wait. I'm gonna pour out a glass of the Winc wine that we got. You pour, I cut. Sounds good. All right, what do you want first, lobster or the steak?
I want a bite of both at the same time.
Okay.
Like a little lobster and a little steak together.
A little saucy.
Oh my God, that looks perfect.
Folks, what are we talking about here? Literally the perfect medium rare. That's why you gotta get yourself a little thermometer. Oh my God.
Have you tasted this yet? No? It was just
Not that one. I tried the other ones.
This is really good.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Oh my God.
All right, so we got our lobster.
Okay.
We got our perfectly cooked
Wait,
steak.
I just want a piece of the steak first. Just the steak. Just that. Hold on.
How we do?
I don't want it to fall back and have you catch me. Okay. Holy shit.
It's so tender. It is so damn tender. So we're called more seasoning. So there's a ton of seasoning on the top of this lobster, but you got the option to scrape some off if you don't want it because it is powerful and
I'm so in love with you.
I'm so in love with you.
Oh, it has nothing to do with this. But also everything.
It might.
I want Talia and Jada to taste it so bad. They're dying to taste it.
All right, here we go. Look directly into the wait.
She said, wait, I want more.
Wait, that's good. Can I try some?
Yeah?
Yes!
Grab it. It's right there, Jada. That was
Is
yours.
that only what's on top? Is that all that's left?
Yeah, that's all that's left.
I want more!
I know. But you got the whole steak.
That slaps.
Is that good?
That is really good.
Wait, Jada, ready?
Oh my God, it's so damn good.
Oh my God!
Hey, Winc, this Loves Me Not is going crazy. Say less.
It's so good. I might like that even more than the lobster. It's so good.
You like it even more than a lobster? Yeah, that's
You guys, the way this cuts through, watch. Like literally, you like put your fork in there and it's like, I'm not even applying pressure. It's just like,
butter.
I mean, it just, what?
When it comes to the steak and lobster dinner, T, what do you rate it on the star scale?
Beyond.
10 stars.
It's 5 though. 5 is the
Oh,
most.
sorry, 5.
5?
Genuinely, you think this is a 5?
Yes. I could eat this
Jada,
a bunch
1 through
of times.
5.
A 4.5.
4.5.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
Bugs,
I'll rate this a 5.
5.
Maybe
order
a
this.
5. I don't know.
This is something for me personally that I would want to go to a restaurant to eat. Like I would be like, oh, tomorrow can we please go to blank restaurant to get that steak and lobster.
When it comes to the star scale, it's a 5 every single time for me.
Okay.
It has to be.
Bloopers.
It's my show. It's a 5-star, but it genuinely is the most incredible tasting steak and lobster I think I've ever had. The flavor that is just wrapped up in the steak and lobster is something that you're not getting at a restaurant. I promise. I've ordered steak and lobster at a million restaurants. The flavor does not come out like this. This
hell
thing
no.
is jam-packed.
That steak is a 5.
10 ingredients is all it takes to do this in about 20 minutes.
So, I was cutting that piece for me.
You got, hey,
No, hey. Hey. I got the other piece.
whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. The steak and lobster from heaven. Let's be real. This thing is from above. It paid off for watching this long because what we're doing right now is giving away $100 cash, and all you have to do is comment the secret word below, which is
Bussin'.
bussin'. B-U-S-S-I-N. Comment bussin' down below and you could win $100 cash. Hey, shout out to Winc Wine for the bomb sponsorship and the bomb wine. I appreciate you guys. 10 ingredients. It'll blow your taste buds out of the water. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, drop those comments below. I appreciate you guys. My name is Farnum. This is More Seasoning. This is family. I love y'all, and we out.
I didn't grab my phone to write bussin'.
I thought.
George, come on, you want a treat? Let's go. Come on, let's get a treat. Come on. All right, so realistically, no. All right. You wink at my daughter, I'll shoot you in the face. Today we're gonna talk about the birds and the bees. I don't know why it's not the bees and the flowers though.
Right, I was gonna say. Yo, this is actually really good.
I told you, dude.
Yeah, I kind of thought you were capping.
Next, get you some parchment paper. Parchment. That's like the crab.
Can you not do that? It's disgusting.
You know I have soft teeth. How could you say that?